Hey, what's up guys, it's Laszlo here. Since Rise of the Beast is out worldwide, I wanted to discuss in a video what was the original plan of this film, what this film was meant to be originally, and what was the original idea before Steven got on board and before it became a Beast Wars film basically. So the early pitch of this film and the idea for a Bumblebee sequel came in early 2019, and Paramount and Hasbro decided to contact Steven Caple Jr. instead of Travis Knight for unknown reasons. Before you guys say, I know he has a stop motion film studio named Laika, but he actually said in multiple interviews that he is open to return for a Bumblebee sequel. He and the writer Christina Hodson had ideas where to take this film, where to take this story after Bumblebee. So that rumor is not true, that he didn't want to return. So after they wrote a small pitch for the Bumblebee sequel, it was titled Bumblebee 2. They contacted Steven Caple Jr. and he was just finishing his newest film, Creed 2, and he really didn't like the idea to make a sequel to a film that he originally didn't direct and didn't had the creative control. So basically he didn't accept the invite to direct the Bumblebee sequel. He said that he didn't want to direct a sequel that he had no control of, and yeah, basically he just finished a sequel to a film that he didn't started originally, and he didn't like the idea to do the same with a Transformers film. So what was the Bumblebee 2 script about? It was a very simple film. Even the small synopsis was revealed on Transformers forums on tfw2005.com by an insider, and he said that the title was Transformers the Movie, and it was about Bumblebee and Optimus Prime. It was a Optimus Prime focused film, focusing more on Prime and his character arc and so on. It took place in New York, only in New York. The South America part wasn't in the original idea, and it didn't include the Maximus and the Terrorcons. That was later added, and we'll get to that. So then Paramount and Hasbro decided to combine the two scripts they were developing. One was this Optimus and Bumblebee buddy film, and the other was the Beast Wars spin-off, and they actually combined the script. They added the Peru part and the Maximals, and they renamed the movie to Transformers Beast Alliance. And this film had the Decepticons, mainly Transit, Battletrap, and Nightbird, and not 100% sure, but I believe it actually included Megatron. That's why we got that gimmick toy with the render of Megatron. So after this script change and they added these Beast Wars elements, they tried to contact Steven Caple Jr. again, and he was a huge Beast Wars fan, so he said yes to the opportunity. He accepted the offer, and after a brief meeting he actually proposed many changes. Originally the human character Elena wasn't named Elena, she was actually named Emma, and she was a CIA agent. She wasn't from Brooklyn. So Steven changed this to what we got in the end, with Elena and her being a scientist and working in a museum. Then after the production began, he decided to add the terror cons. So that was Steven's idea, to add the terror cons to the movie. They weren't involved in the original script, and they decided to rebrand the Decepticons in the film as Terrorcons. Except Transit, they left him as a Decepticon for the opening sequence. But you can tell that this rebrand of Decepticons to Terrorcons was a bit late into production, because some of the studio series toys of, for example, Battletrap, had the Decepticon insignia on his forehead instead of the Terrorcon logo. And the other big change Steven did to the film was that he actually wanted to include Unicron. That also wasn't part of the original story and script. That was also Steven Cappell's idea. And the last change he did was to include a new opening sequence, to have the Maximal Planet and Apeling, and to rewrite the ending scene of the film, because in the original script Optimus did sacrifice himself and he got sucked up in the portal, and the others believed that he died, and the post-credit scene was him actually being revealed that he was actually alive, and he was floating inside a Unicron. So I believe they wanted to tease maybe Nemesis Prime, I'm not sure. And the very late change he did was actually a few weeks before the premiere. The original ending scene, and I can discuss this now because the film is out everywhere, is that the original ending scene was that Noah was recruited by Sector 7, and that card that Agent Burke gave to Noah was, it actually had the Sector 7 logo on it, and the final change he did was to have a G.I. Joe crossover teased for the next film. So they added that G.I. Joe card and whole ending scene to the film. So that was the latest change he did to the film. And you can see from the beginning of this video to the end how much this film actually changed from being a simple Bumblebee sequel called Bumblebee 2 to being a film with Maximals, Terrorcons, Predacons, Autobots, Unicron, G.I. Joe, and they actually managed to do it pretty well, so it's not that cluttered. But I'm really afraid what the future holds for the sequel, because you know, if it's a crossover with G.I. Joe, and it most likely will be, then they are going to sacrifice robot screen time to have more G.I. Joe screen time to revive that franchise, as it's basically dead. So yeah, this was just a video that I wanted to make for a while now. Of course, I waited till the film came out worldwide, and now it's out and I can talk about it and tell you guys what was the original idea from 2019 to final 2023 film, and how many changes it got and went through. And yeah, so let me know in the comments section below what you think, which version of this film you prefer to watch, or if you prefer the final film that we got. Let me know in the comment section below. And with that, stay safe and talk to you later. Bye.